Here we are. The last. The hell's wrong with my tracking? Bro, I'm right here. Well, that's a great start. The last midweek morning stream for probably at least 6 months. Probably more. Probably more. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and start trying. Well, hold on. Let me look at two things. I'm thinking we try and draw Ishtola. That's what I'm thinking. Um, That, or I might maybe do Invincible. I'm not sure. Ishtola, I don't, how the fuck am I on Bing search? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know, Google might fuck me as well on that. Okay, we got that going. Let's see, so we got a classic. The thing is, it's hard to find screen grabs that are like, you know, you know? Like, I'm not feeling most of the way this looks, to be honest with you. I feel like none of these screen grabs really capture it. And I don't really want to just draw like their character art. Um, Wait, is this a figurine? 540 bucks? What if I draw the figurine though? I believe this was like 90 bucks originally from Square Enix. Mostly because I think that's the price they tend to be, and I'm assuming that this dude is a scalper and bought one and is now selling it for that price. I okay. Goodbye, fandom. All right, what the fuck is this character concept? What is that, bro? That's not looking too hot. All right, let's see. Um, some of these screen grabs. Huh? Okay. All right. Yeah, I can't believe a screen grab of her posed up is our leading contender of what we draw. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off. Cause how am I gonna pull colors for that? Make them up? I could maybe pull them from here. If I do heavens, allow ads, sure, whatever. Get out of here, bro. Shadowbringers, there we go. Okay, so Shadowbringers forward on her. This might get us our colors. I guess we could do something like that. And we'll just wing the rest. It's gonna be scuffed as hell. Any better pictures? Like maybe screen grabs from the game, or I don't know, man. I bet there's 1,000 of them of Estinian looking cool, but you know. Wait, what was that? Brave new Ashtola attire? Wait, you can. Oh, but it's reject. It's for player characters, so you can dress like her for 12 bucks. Okay. Ishtola. Yeah, 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 whatever. Damn, what the hell is going on in Magic the Gathering? Holy. Maybe we do play Magic the Gathering. Maybe we get into card games. Alright, yeah, I'm not really feeling most of these, like, it's either just someone else's art already, which, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it necessarily, but it's not what I want to try and go off of. Hi, how are you? Or it's like really just not great screen grabs. Also, I don't know what the fuck is up with this like one art they've got for her, but her face look all kind of fucked up in it. So I guess we're gonna try and draw this stanced up figure and then just grab colors from something else. I don't know how this is gonna go. It's probably gonna be a lot less detailed than the figure because who the fuck am I, you know? Um, but I guess we're going for it. Where the fuck do I start? This thing's actually technically 3D. How do I do this? I think the first thing I should probably do is that, right? Am I tripping or is that not 90 degrees? Or bank account hates me for treating myself. Would you treat yourself to? How bad are we talking? Are we talking 40 bucks or 400 bucks, you know? Are you in trouble? Do you need some of the 20 cents of ad revenue? I can't because I can't fucking turn ads off. What am I doing? I feel like this isn't big enough. Should I change canvas size? I'm probably going to regret this because we were crashing occasionally on other stuff. What the fuck is 4K? We'll put it at 4K. New shoes? Food twice? And a Gamer's Up shaker. Which shaker did you get? What food did you get? And what shoes did you get? I mean, let's be honest. New shoes, I don't feel like is necessarily treating yourself. Also, I don't really think new clothes are either. Because you kind of need those if you're leaving the house, really ever. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of a necessity. And food is also a necessity. You got to eat. Gamer Sub Shaker, arguably not a necessity, but I mean, if you want like a traveling cup, you know, and you don't have one, it's not too bad. Feel like you could be worse off. All right, 3840 by 2160. What the fuck? Hopefully this is big enough. I can't do a weird square because then I can't upload this properly if I end up making it into a... Like, I can't do 5,000 by 5,000 or something. Because if I do the VOD for it, it's gonna... Or not the VOD, the time lapse. It's not gonna upload to YouTube. I need... Oh, you didn't need new clothes? I mean... You know, they say... This might be just cobblers or shoe companies trying to get more money. But they say generally you're not supposed to wear the same shoe 2 days in a row. You're supposed to, like, let's say you live in a wet climate or someplace that your feet get all sweaty. You're supposed to let them dry. So, like, you're supposed to wear them, then, like, the next day, let them air out, and then wear a different pair. So, I mean, you know, 5 pairs isn't even that bad. You know, that could be winter, maybe like 2 pairs of winter shoes and 2 pairs of, like, summer shoes. You're good. And let's face it, everybody needs to actually wear clothes, so I don't believe it. Being is leaving or whatever. Man, I don't know my phrases at all. Am I tripping or did that not draw? Okay, I see. It's just very. Wait, what is my opacity? We're at 100%. Oh, it's my color. I'm like, why is this so fucking not clean? Still have shoes that are 10 years old. I've been through like lakes and stuff. So I feel like it's always good to keep a night. First off, keep it like a obviously your good shoes. Then like if your shoes aren't completely falling apart, I think it's good to have like fuck around shoes. So like when one pair is almost dead, you can turn those into like the fuck around shoes where like, okay, I know I have to go in mud today. We wear those, but they're in still good enough condition that your feet will be protected. You're not going to like slip and die or something, but you don't have to ruin the newer shoes. So there's definitely a lot of reason to keep older shoes. I have several pairs that are at least like 5 years old that like I'd say are like 70% worn. I do have a pair of boots that started cracking, so I got rid of them. They were only like 5 years old, but like those things are gone. I couldn't, when the sole is cracked, I mean, I could have maybe, well, they're just glued on. I don't know if I could. They're actually sitting in the trunk of my car because I'm like, well, if I need boots, they're better than nothing. But I wouldn't wear them in rain if I could help it. You know. I think I have like a ton of clothes actually that are like probably 20 years old. Mostly like shirts and like pairs of shorts or pants. Cause like if they're still good, they're still good. You know, what do I care? Who's looking? You know? I definitely do think it's very good to have like older stuff. Like if it's still usable, but like maybe they look real ratty, and you can't clean them up, or like they're not as comfortable as they used to be. Why not? Calculated the shoes, the two food deliveries, the clothes, the gamer stuff shaker, and in total spent 283 cents. That's pretty reasonable. That's not bad. Because I know when I bought this thing, I think, fuck, I don't even remember, but I think this was like, I want to say like $50 because this is one of their metal shakers. And I bought it for a fucking meme. So, like, you're smarter than me. But I definitely have shoes that probably, you know, cost more than that. I mean, I'm personally more of a buy stuff on sale though kind of person. So like I'll buy stuff when it's out of season for the next season because I don't get why people don't do this, but apparently they don't. Um so like I'll get stuff that's usually like 300 bucks for 20 bucks because for some reason, companies like, oh, well, we don't want to keep this in stock. It's not cold enough. All right, I'll buy it. I'll keep it in stock. Okay. I can definitely see how 280 bucks if you're like either partially employed or unemployed though is a lot, Not trying to make light of maybe a situation there. But if you're feeling bad, like, oh, you just wasted money on yourself, you're like that type of person where you're like, oh, I didn't need this. Why did I do this? Look, sometimes you do actually need it. Sometimes it's okay to spend a little bit on yourself too. You don't have to spend, well, you don't have to save every single cent every day. And if you're living your life in like shoes that are falling apart and all your clothes have holes in them, but you didn't spend your 120 bucks on new stuff, so you're like, well, you know are you really living though? Free shipping code today for, oh, let's go. Nice. Did you get free samples? I think they do free samples or something. Did you buy a flavor? I gotta be honest, I haven't really found a flavor that I'm in love with from them. I've tried quite a few of them. Like, they're fine, but I like, I don't know. They're like nothing special. Not to be rude to them or anything. Maybe I've just tried flavors that I just happen to not care for. Feel like my scale on this has been off the whole time. Reason you bought a shaker is the reason I'm going to buy a subs tub next week. I get paid. Did actually get a free sample order using a VTuber code. Want to try the free samples before I was set on getting the subs. Makes sense. Uh, you don't actually. Well, I guess you've already tried a sample. I mean, you don't really need a shaker for it. You never said whose shaker did you get? What who are we looking at? Somebody cool. Okay, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Hold on, why is this screen flickering over here? You good, Chief? I don't know if bro's good over there. I don't know what that was about. Still doing it. Huh. I don't know what's going on. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. Um, Okay. How do I do this? New one that came out? Pre-order. Oh. Bow. Okay. Mermaid Bow collab. Oh, you get the card. Let's go. Merchant. Let's go. Collecto Dicko. That's cool. Neato. I desperately want to turn this fucking tablet. I've never really watched Bao. Um, I don't know. I feel like I've tried to watch a lot of the bigger VTubers. I know I've drawn some of them, like the person who I have the cup of. Um, I don't know. I kind of don't actually. It's gonna sound weird. I don't actually like what VTuber culture has kind of become, where it's like very performative. I don't know. I kind of like the ones who are just themselves, but like with a model, right? They're fun and funny and like it's more lighthearted than like here's my big tittied model for the week. Next week new model. But that's just me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that either. It's just not generally what I watch. So, but I also don't really even watch any of them anymore, so I don't know. I kind of find like friend group content much more enjoyable than like single anime person drinking a free sample right now. Oh, The Good by Smitty. I will say, of the ones I've tried, I think that one's my favorite. I think I think I've tried Good, Grandma's Ashes, I think. Guacamole Gamer part, which was like the worst one. I don't know, it had that I don't know if you've ever associated this, but it's like this fake sugar flavor. It had like the aspartame signature. It had that to it for me, and I was like, I don't really care for that. I didn't know it was cherry, and Good was cherry flavored. Probably explains why I like it because I usually do like cherry flavor. I feel like I'd rather watch a Smitty video than like average VTuber, but I mean, like I said, that's just me, and I don't really see a problem with other people enjoying other stuff. I just find maybe it's because I'm just like trying to sit back and relax, you know? Maybe I should try to goon more, you know? Wait. Moist critical is goof juice. I don't think I've had goof juice. Kiwi watermelon. Honestly, does not sound like it goes together. So I'm glad you liked it, because I never would have thought of that. I feel like it's usually the combo I see is strawberry watermelon. You know, that's like the classic. Or not strawberry kiwi, kiwi strawberry, strawberry watermelon. I feel like I have had strawberry watermelon. I feel like from like a Starbucks drink or something. Definitely not a classic though. Okay, last time I draw a fuzzy on dog, bro. She's not a fuzzy. Fuck, what? I think there's like some sort of blue raspberry. What? I don't know why that got caught by Automod. I say worse shit than that like 15 every 15 seconds. Such a fucking twat. It is kiwi strawberry. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I kind of want to try kiwi watermelon now, though. I feel like kiwi strawberry is either like really good or just like strawberry. Like there's no kiwi. This is gonna be like the worst experience of my life. Why am I drawing a Stola, bro? Somebody needs to like tell me no when I'm deciding these things. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do a lot of changes to that, but I just need like a general shape down now. Another free sample. Watermelon cantaloupe. Alright, I gotta be honest, that sounds worse. I feel like I could see honeydew and cantaloupe. But watermelon cantaloupe? I don't know about that. That doesn't sound great. I feel like I like cantaloupe up front, but it always leaves like a really bad flavor in my mouth. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck is going on there? Same, well, lesser extent honeydew, but I feel like honeydew does the same thing. I think it's because they're from like the same family of melon. Bro, what am I drawing? Melons? Am I part of the melon family? Man, I hope so. It would suck if you got evicted from your family. Bro, what the fuck is this? What am I doing? Okay, so let's come down a little bit. Give her nosy. And then let's come in. And then let's come in. And let's come in. Oh no. I don't think she looked good. What is that I have nipples, can you milk me thing from? I can't fucking recall. I have Greg? Who's Greg? Have I seen this? I know I've heard the meme. Cannot think of a single Greg character. Is it Greg? Maybe it's not even Greg. Okay, maybe we hold off on the face. Huh? What do we think? Bro, what am I doing? Can a woman be milked without being pregnant? I always thought I needed to get knocked up to be able to get milk. I'm pretty sure that literally any human has the potential to produce milk. So yes, I would assume so. Can I zoom in on this at all? I cannot. Think you could milk a man if you really wanted to. Turns out I don't know how to draw a side profile. She's not looking too good. I'll give her that. Bro, look at that schnoz. That's not right. I do think that weirdly this isn't too bad though. So if we can maybe like scoot this up somehow. I don't know if this is the right play. This might be one of those situations where we're gonna have to just erase all of this and go back to the drawing board at some point because I don't know what I'm doing. Bro, look at that fucking schnoz. What am I doing? Lower the schnoz setting, bro. What am I trying to cook up here? That if I could get a man pregnant, I'd be so happy. What the huh? Knock the homies out? Wait, what? Huh? Gregnan? Brandon? Oh, yeah, I'm into the M preg. Okay. All right. Interesting. That's admissible in court. You're going down, Buster. Bro. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe we don't. Wait a minute. This is all going very poorly. We're gonna have to do something about this situation. I tell you what. Oh no. No, no. What the fuck? Each iteration is getting worse. What am I doing? Looks like Cindy Lou Who right now. I shouldn't have taken this on yet. We weren't ready. What is happening? Okay. Never trust you. It's fine. I can just rebuild you. Don't even worry about it. Oh, fuck. Kind of smells like cantaloupes in here. What's going on? That's pretty good, right? I think that's sand true. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Just gonna not do the face right now. I need to figure out how I'm supposed to come back from that, so. I know there's feathers over this in the original, but we're gonna try anyway. Maybe that's let's see. It's invading my mind. I've been loped. My Canta has been loped. I don't feel like that's low enough down. Let's go a little lower. I don't feel like that's low enough down. Psych. Okay. So that's probably as good as that's gonna go. Huh? It's the same line I drew 4 times in a row. All right. Just try and get a decent sketch in, shall we? If I can do that, I'd be surprised, let's be honest. Where the fuck am I? There I am. I don't even know what this object is supposed to be. I've never seen this before. You're telling me the can't elope? Hold on. Be easier if I get this right adjacent now than if I tried to fix it later. Maybe I should just leave it for later though. So this should be like that. Should be like that. And then that. And then that. This is one of those things I should probably use like symmetry tool for or something, but like also I shouldn't. It's gonna look weird, but I think I have to do it like this, don't I? It's a little too severe. Just like slightly like that. What am I doing? I'm chopped. I'm unk, as the kids would say. Straight unking it. Unking my junk. Okay. Okay. And then we just immediately explode into her arm bush. I don't know how to draw her arm bush, to be honest with you. Eating carbonara for dinner right now. Holy moly. Is it good? Carbonara? 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 Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try and do this. So it needs to be kind of like that. How do I do this? So, closer to this. I ended up erasing the whole thing. What if I draw her arm first? And then draw, you know, whatever over it. Maybe that's the play. This doesn't feel right. Homemade by my mother. What a treat. Enjoy. Why is this so difficult? Wait, what if I... Alright, here we go. Here's the strap. I'm gonna try and draw what's underneath everything first, generally. I feel like this is coming out really awkward, which is to be expected, to be fair. Okay, hold on. What are those shapes? Oh, it's... Alright. So I was seeing a shape... Oh, man, I should have downloaded this picture to show it easier. Basically, it looked like this. So I thought it was like diamonds or circles or something. But I think what it is it's lace crossed over at that spot. Or something like that. So it's like... It gave the impression... But it weren't. Why is it only on one side, actually, looking at it? Am I stupid? Interesting. I should have just drawn a fucking naked dude. I can't draw clothes. Okay. Man, I love the rat people of Final Fantasy 14. The people. Definitely need to work on that, but I think that's okay for now. Okay. Fuck am I doing? Alright. I feel like it's too wide and too... Fuck, I can't do it from here. Hold on. God damn it. Okay, so I should be able to hopefully move that over just a smidge and maybe shrink it a smidge without messing things up too bad. I really hate this stage because it's like the sketch is gonna be ass no matter what I do because I'm ass, but it looks so flat, so like everything looks wrong. But if I like, if I go beyond this, it feels like a waste of time and it just gets like confusing with like extra lines and stuff. But if I don't, it's gonna maintain the flatness. Like I really need the shading and whatnot to like overcome that, but it doesn't make sense to shade things right now. I don't know how to do this. Don't be hard on yourself. Artists often realize when we made the mistake in choosing to be an artist. Yeah, I wish I was never born. That was my greatest mistake. Shit sucks. Talking like a true artist. Let's go. It's me. I'm John Art. I'm not sure if this makes any sense looking at it, but it is what it is. Think maybe we go up just a smidge. Is that gonna help? Okay, I think maybe what I need is that, and then like that somehow. I don't know how this makes sense, but I think that's how. So this is like a picture of a 3D like figure, like it's a real object. So I don't know how this works. Maybe I'll buy one. Did I spend $500 on this thing? Damn, she's got a nice wizard sleeve though, right? It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful wizard sleeve on this lady. Mm-mm-mm. Stare at it all day. Okay. Alright, so let's try and cover her wizard sleeve in fur. I don't like it. How do I do this? We wait. You know, we wait. That's the only solution right now. Why is this like bow so fucking limp? This thing is actually apparently like really long. Holy. It's got like a bead on the end. What do you think she does with this thing? Interesting. Like a titanium bead. Ba-da-bum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. Dum 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 da dum dum. Okay, let's do this. Why do I pick like just the most fucking complicated ass shit? What am I fucking doing? I need to like find money so I can hire someone to tell me not to do something. This shit is crazy. I'm wondering if this will be easier to draw if I just do a straight line and then fake it. No, not the ad. Oh, it's 30 seconds left. Okay. Ad. Da, 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 da. Okay. Welcome back to this garbage. Enjoy. This shit ain't right, I'm telling you. I do 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 do. You scrunkly little fuck. What if we just don't do the shoulder puffs? Is that legal? Can I do that? I think I need to make her thing bigger. I'm off the page again? Alright, that's too big then. That's gotta be way too big. Didn't feel too big though, is the problem. Maybe it's not too big. Hold on. I think I just need to shrink her again. Or turn her ass sideways, I guess. Should go take a nap. You sound EP. I don't think so. I think I'm alright. Thank you for the concern, though. I just sound like this, you know? I'm just him. I'm John Sleep. John Tired. I'm just depressed, you know? It's really got nothing to do with sleep. I'm depressed because I don't sleep good. And I don't sleep good because I'm depressed. It's a vicious cycle. Do 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 do. Okay. Foot? Sleep when I'm bored. Sleep all day, every day when I'm not in college. I have to be outside. Damn. I don't think I even want to sleep that much. I feel like I don't like sleeping, to be honest. I feel like I just always want to be up. Like, I want to be up until I'm, like, sleeping. And then when I'm sleeping, I want to be up. You know what I mean? I don't know about this look. This is not good. I think we undo all of this. Fuck. Can we just make this bigger, please? Thought we were cooking, but we were not cooking. Okay. So that goes like that. Then we need this to be more like here. Okay, so that's like that. And then like this kind of goes like that, I think. How the fuck is there space for this? What am I doing? You don't want to sleep that much. End up falling asleep at 7 a.m. then waking up at 5 p.m. It sounds fucking awful. I feel like I don't know, I like to try and keep to a schedule. I feel like that would just ruin my day. God damn it, dude. Exactly why I need to be adopted by an extrovert who likes the outdoors. Awake all the time, getting dragged places. You know, you can just go places. You know that, right? Like, you don't need someone to take you. You have free will, unfortunately. I know it sucks. You do technically have free will. I wish I didn't. Okay. How the fuck do I draw this, dude? I don't know how to draw the boot from this angle. What if I do it in here? Or out here and then like drag it? Them boots with the fur. Are these your new shoes? Boots with fur? Got some fresh Keds on. Not ideal, but I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to do for now. What the fuck am I doing? What if you just go out and live in the woods? Would you never sleep? Something to think about. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, that didn't work. Can I shrink this, please? Oh no. Bro, how do I fucking do this? It's so fucking cursed. Wait. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Believe me if I told you that I actually cannot leave the house by myself, and yes, it's due to autism. Mentally or physically disabled. Wait. Something called PIP? The disability income for life. And part of it is something called Motability car. It gets given to your designated driver if you cannot go places by yourself. Qualify for one. Okay. Alright. Panic attacks. Trying to leave the house alone. Alright. How did you type this so fast, by the way? Which can cause struggles of breathing and wheezing. Rely on other people to take me places. Trying to get diagnosed for generalized anxiety disorder. It's interesting to me that they'll assign you all of these things, but they won't give you medication to assist with it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you asked for meds and they already have assigned to you, a designated vehicle, wouldn't meds have, I don't know. I feel like, am I crazy? I would have prescribed medication first. I feel like that and like some sort of therapy. I guess that's why I'm not a doctor, but you know, I'm sorry you go through this, but am I stupid? Why have they not given you the meds yet? If you're asking for them, to help with something that they already definitely know you have, why would they not give them to you? Oh, because that did it. Okay. So it's not just all right. So the anxiety to them isn't as big of a deal. Interesting. That all right. I feel like if you're asking for it, I would understand them not giving in right away to like you asking for an opiate or something, but you're asking for fucking anxiety medication. I wonder. I guess I wonder how do they diagnose that? Because they just kind of have to take your word for it, right? Like that you're anxious, but like I don't know. I know Valium is something that can be prescribed for it, so I guess maybe that's what they think everyone would want, and therefore don't want to prescribe people. So I think people use that to like be druggies. Feel like I would hope a reasonable like doctor would listen to you. Bro, why is this so difficult? I'm about to sneeze. Let's go. I snizzed. Okay. Well, I hope you can get what you need to live your life the way you'd like. Okay, what if you just like bought a gun? You know? Anxiety gone. You can take care of yourself now. Yes, I know that's not how it works. It's interesting. I don't feel like this is like a terrible face shape. I just don't think it's her face shape, and I don't like that. Bro, look at that fucking schnoz, dude. What is this? What is that? Fucking dick nose. I feel like she's got too much chin here. What if I scoop this out? You know what I'm saying? And then like do like that. And then, like maybe like that. Is that better? I feel like that's maybe a little bit better. Not like a lot bit better, but like a little bit. Guns were legal here in the UK as in America, and some teen with anxiety got a hold of a gun. You know, we would start having to implement drills in the schools. You know, have you considered though that bulletproof backpacks are just cool? Jesus Christ. We're not wrong. It's of course it's everybody else. How the fuck do I draw this, bro? This just doesn't feel right. robbing the case knife crime since guns aren't really as easy to get here. Let's go. We love knives. Finally, adding to something significant. Knife gang, rise up. I feel like the hair is too big. Son of a bitch. I'm pretty sure most knife crimes anywhere are generally actually with kitchen knives and not with like pocket knives. Even though I know a lot of people are really scared of pocket knives and whatnot, I'm fairly certain that knife crime is generally committed by like a crime of passion type. Here's my readily available kitchen knife. Time for an attack. Like it's not let me pull out my switchblade like in Grease or something. Meth lab. Good old drug dealers. Classic. Maybe that's not the side I need to do. Wait. Fuck am I doing? I don't like it. Damn. I think there's violence everywhere. I don't think you can go anywhere to escape it as much as like places will try to have you believe. Um I I I don't I also don't think it's any bit really worse than what it used to be. It's just that now you have access to like instant information. So like it used to be, first off, it used to be that, you know, 70 years ago, someone went missing, they either died or you just assume they ran away. And that's weird. I didn't even get a message that it was about to be an ad break. That sucks. I would have paused it. Um, but it used to be you you just didn't know, and it would, someone would get murdered. If you're lucky, some newspaper in town would tell you the next day, or you would just see that someone died, and then like maybe 2 weeks later you'd find out it's murder, and you wouldn't know what's going on, 5 towns over, maybe 1 town over. More like family related. Everyone knew everyone, and if you did good for them. Yeah, I really just don't think anything's changed. I think people are mistaken. Like the mafia was never good. There wasn't really a code of honor, right? People would kill you depending on whether or not you pissed them off that day, right? They'd fight you or stab you or whatever. I think people are confused with like the glory that movies have brought them. This whole like, oh, gang versus mafia, at least we have like a code of honor or something type of deal. No, they're the same. Some gangsters do, some don't. It's that simple. I really think it's just people see it every day. Right now, you know what's going on the other side of the world, right? You know what's going on through your whole country. You don't have to wait a week to get the newspaper and read about it. You don't have to, even wait to see footage, which you probably never would have because you have unfettered access to the internet, where people upload snuff videos, or you get to see shit like that. People tweet pictures of like bombings and shit. It's that simple. But back in the day, people, like, being a photojournalist was a real big deal. I know it's not a big deal now, I guess, but like going into a war zone or going to a big city and sending back pictures, or paying a huge amount of money for like the pictures of a major event, because you couldn't just film it and have it instantly. Right now, you can just film something or stream something, it's instantly there. But 50 years ago, did I just get? Oh, is that a fucking rat? Did you just throw a fucking rat at me? That's crazy because this is a rat girl. But you know what I mean? Like, you can just look at something across the world through a live stream right now. I'm gonna get drowned. I've been waterboarded. The violence is real. I water. I'm drinking water. I'm so fucking moist now. I'm cooled off. I don't know. Like, there used to be a thing, I think, called like the portal. Was it? You could like go to New York and then see somewhere in like Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. And people were like, abusing the shit out of that. But you know what I mean? Like 70 years ago, you couldn't just do that. 50 years ago, you couldn't just do that. Hell, 30 years ago, you really couldn't just do that. Getting to see instant information is a huge advancement. So now you know when someone in the UK was stabbed, right? Whereas before, that would have been local news, right? Let's just say maybe, honestly, I don't even know if this would have, but like maybe some sort of major event in the US would have made its way to the UK. But like random serial killer, probably not. Famous serial killer, maybe, right? If they had a calling card like Zodiac killer type. But there are so many fucking serial killers in the world, probably uncaught. You know, nowadays you can read about murder pretty quickly. Back then, nobody knew. Think maybe her neck's too short? Is that the problem? It feels too long. Am I tripping? What if we stretch her out just a little bit? That is too damn long already. I can already tell. Maybe the hair's too big? Is that my problem? Do, 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 do. All right. How the fuck do I draw this? Really should take drawing lessons or something, because this shit is ass. Okay. I'm gonna try and... What the fuck did I just do? Sorry. Try and scoop that up. Um, maybe turn it a little bit like this. Maybe like scoop it in a little more. That's great news because that's less fucking dress I have to draw. How the fuck am I gonna do this? How am I gonna turn this into something, bro? I just don't feel like that's the right look. I don't know. I don't know how to draw this like puffy shit. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. I don't know what the fuck I've got here. We'll have to fix that in a later layer. Fuck. I feel like I just don't know how to do the shoulders and the head right now. Like, I don't know what to do about them. How does it look if I do this? Actually kind of okay outside of the head and the shoulders, right? I think the tail needs some work too. I somehow feel like the head is too big, but needs to be bigger. Okay. It's crazy because I already shrank it. Holy fuck. It's perfect. It's just not right. Maybe just this. Like increase this size a little bit. Okay. And then increase the size of those a little bit. Okay. And we'll change this just a smidgen. So it looks a little less helmet-like, maybe. I do not like this. Fuck. Okay. Think that's better. It's not like much better or anything, but that's better adjacent. My phone go off? What the fuck does my phone want? Don't care, didn't ask. Fountain of Youth is on sale. I don't remember that game or why I put it on my Steam wish list, but I guess it's on sale. So if you want that game for like $10, I guess that's your deal. Okay, let's look. All right. Honestly, I think what helped more than anything was bringing this line up, which is crazy work. All right. I'm thinking maybe we'll regret this, but just a smidge more on the neck. Hopefully that's not too much. We can come in here. Hopefully. This is just a sketch, so imagine I did this on background layer, bro. I'd be so upset. God damn it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out for this because this doesn't feel right here. Okay. Feel like the face is a little small now and the neck's too big. God damn it. Why does it do that? I'm like not even resting my finger on it and it'll just go for it. What am I doing? I don't feel like I'm cooking right now. Why does it smell like peanut butter in here? Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna save this. Does this work? I don't know if this will work. Oh, cool. So let's check on that. I feel like the neck's still kind of messed up. The head's still kind of messed up. I definitely got to work on the shoulders. I got to fix up the tail a little bit. Overall, I think we got like a decent bit of groundwork done. Here's how I'll put it. We're gonna build something here. Right now, I've just cleared the floor, right? And we're like leveling it. So it's not perfect, it's not great, but you know, it's a sketch. It is what it is. So it's not like phenomenal or anything, but it's like the groundwork. We've begun cleaning up. Hopefully tomorrow morning we can figure out the shoulders and the head a little better. Um, and then maybe get a little bit more going on the perspective, and hopefully get like some hard lines in. And then Sunday, hopefully we'll maybe start other stuff. We'll see. But thank you so much for being here. This is, once again, a reminder, the last midweek morning stream. So starting next week, nothing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I should still be able to do weekends. So we should still have morning, Saturday, Sunday streams. And I will try, no guarantees, but I will try to um, start a little earlier if I can. Can't go any later, but I can start a little earlier, I think. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one, whenever that is. But until then, bye.